Hi, this is Randy Schoeneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is May 3rd, 2017, and we're doing a video inspection of the main line at 1803 East Heroy Avenue in Spokane, Washington. We're out roughly about 90 feet from a cleanout under the bathroom area, slightly inside the crawl space. Right now we're out, we're looking at the water that's going by in the city sewer line. We're going to start pulling back and see what this line looks like. We've cabled it out to about 105 feet with a 2-inch cutting blade. We did pull back some roots. Found a couple of things in here that I want to address. This is just a little bit of water dripping off my camera lens. Let's see. I might still be in the sewer. Let me keep pulling back here a little bit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're looking at the sewer right here. It looks like it's tile out in the street. This is at about 85.5 feet. And before we get started here, aspect-wise, the bottom of the pipe's always going to be where the light is at. And I'll try and identify that as we pull back. According to the permit, we're supposed to be tile in the street and tile to the property line, but I think I saw some Orangeburg out here. The line itself from the house out to the property line was replaced back in 2005 with PVC. And we will start pulling back here. This is the area that I believe we are in. Oh, you don't need to do that. That we're in Orangeburg. You can see the tile right here going into the city hub. A little bit of debris in the line. That'll just flush out over time. As we pull back, you can see a few. The black material is typically a sign of it being Orangeburg. A little bit of blistering and ridges there. Looks like it's still pretty round. We've got a few little minor root intrusions. We just passed the 80-foot mark and we're continuing to pull back. Bottom of the pipe's kind of in the lower right-hand side of the screen. You can see a little bit of remnant water running there. We've done about 3 toilet flushes. I take that back. This is actually concrete that we're in. You can see some of the aggregate there. A little bit of sludge buildup. Yeah, that looks like concrete. Bottom of the pipe now on the far right-hand side of the screen. Yep, it's definitely concrete. Got a couple little leftover root intrusions there, but they're pretty small. Bottom of the pipe now moving to the upper part of the screen. Still in concrete. Coming up on 70 feet right here. Continuing to pull back. Looks like there might be a little separation possibly right here. We've got a seam that you can see right there. We've got a few roots going through it still, but everything's open and draining. Like I mentioned, we've done probably, what, 3-4 toilet flushes. Pulling back. Another little leftover intrusion. Concrete there, coming up on 60 feet. Right here. Continuing to pull back. Right here we switch over to tile. You can see the big color change. Continuing to pull back. Right here is where the relay was done back in 2005, where they reattached the house to this line. It was originally Orangeburg, which is a compressed tar paper material, has a really high failure rate. Bottom of the pipe now in the lower left-hand portion of the screen. Past the 50-foot mark, continuing to pull back. Coming up on 40 feet. The PVC you'll see typically either in white or green. Coming up on 30 feet fairly quickly here. Here's the 30-foot mark. Right here we have a little bit of an area of positive grade. My camera lens is about 1.5 inches in diameter. I have a little bit of standing water here that you see starting to creep up the lens. Now we're underwater. This is an area where solids will accumulate over time, potentially giving you some backups. There we go, clean the lens a little bit. Bottom of the pipe here on the bottom of your screen. We just passed the 30-foot mark, coming up on 20 feet here fairly rapidly. Right here we transfer over into a different schedule of PVC. $20-foot mark. Continuing to pull back. Coming up on 10 feet here fairly quickly. There's a little bit of an area of where it downgrades. This right here, I suspect is where the outside cleanout ties in. We were unable to find it digging around the side of the yard, according to the schematic and the permit that's available online through SpokaneWastewater.com or .net, excuse me. On the right-hand side of the screen, I believe, goes to the cleanout. This comes from the house. It could also tie to the laundry drain. According to the original permit, when the house was built, it looks like there were actually 2 lines out of the house, one for the laundry room and one, of course, for the black water. We passed the 10-foot mark a little bit ago, and we're continuing to pull back. And we are starting to come up through our cleanout. This is where we're at right here in the crawl space. Again, this is Randy Schoeneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is May 3rd, 2017, and that will conclude the video inspection for 1803 East Huron in Spokane, Washington. Thank you for choosing Bulldog Rooter.